tiny cottage tour. If you get stuck, you've left your key inside, you forgot the key, whatever, avoid going through the screen. In the barbecue, on the left-hand side, is a lockbox. The lockbox, you turn to a code, which we would give you. Inside that is a key to the cottage. Saves you having to break in. Inside the cottage, first light does the light over the TV. Second light is the outside light. So we'll just turn on the light inside the cottage. It's pretty much straightforward as you get in here. For those who've been here, the TV is there. Here is the remote for the TV. You push the little button, turns on the TV. The top button turns on the satellite dish. In about a minute, it will warm itself up. If you wanted to watch Netflix, it's the other remote, and it literally is a case of either going to smart TV and go through, or just hit this Netflix button, which will automatically take you to Netflix on the TV. I'm just going to bail out of it, but that'll take you to Netflix, and from there you can dial ahead to what you want. The other thing that we also have with the TV, so you can go in that way. To get out, you'll literally go return, and escape, and you will be out of the TV back to the normal. We also have a Rococo, which is like this, another free TV device with all the things. You can push it on and step it through. When you do that, to get to Rococo, you'll need to go to the input on here, go over to the screen when it comes up, and you'll notice it comes up like that, and you will dial down to Rococo, or Roku, I guess it is. That will then bring you up with the Roku screen, and from the Roku screen, you would use this to navigate. But to go back to TV, you're going to go back to this one, go back to input, and at input, it's set up, says satellite. You can also have, there's video, PC, input, that kind of thing. Around the cottage, the sink, water comes on for washing dishes, etc. Just make sure that when you're finished, that you push down on the bottom to shut the water off. Air conditioner, we've got that sort of set up. You will just turn it on to whatever temperature. I actually find that now on cool, it pretty much will keep the cottage cool, no problem whatsoever. To do that, one key thing is if you're running the air conditioner, you cannot run the toaster or the coffee pot at the same time. So what we have found is that we have used the coffee pot and we plugged it into the receptacle on the stove, is what we'll do there if we have to have the air conditioner on. Your other alternative is there is a outlet behind the water cooler, which is over there, and you could put the coffee pot on top of the garbage can, sort of be so jerky, something like that, and make coffee if you need to keep the air conditioner on. But it's a case of one device. You can have the air conditioner on, you can have the coffee pot on, or you can have the toaster on that outlet. If not, you're splitting outlets. So move the coffee pot somewhere, the toaster somewhere, and away you go. On the fridge and freezer is a little temperamental when you open this up, is to make sure that the thing closes, and you'll notice that there can be quite a gap up here in the seal. I just like to push it in a little bit, and that gets a nice cleared seal. It just seals things up pretty well. We're continuing on the tour into the toilet. Here's the light switch just to the right of the door before you come in. For the toilet operation, we already covered the light that takes you to the outhouse. In the toilet operation, it's pretty simple in that You use the toilet, you flush, you push the button, and that flushes it. You'll notice it flushes it and the water comes down. If you're doing what I'll call number 2 and not peeing in the toilet, if you pull up on this handle, it will fill the basin with water. When you go poop and you flush it, it's a good idea just to clean it out to then pull it up with your hand or whatever, get some more water in the basin and flush it down. That just allows the water to take the affluent away. For girls or whatever, if you got any extra paper, as opposed to flushing lots of paper down the toilet, it would be easier, it's better, if you just put it in the garbage pail, put the garbage pail, your paper waste, and put it in, you know, seal it up and put it in the garbage daily or weekly or whatever amount of time you're up here. It just makes it super easy because that toilet system is not designed for a large amount of paper that's in there. As we tour through, everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. We tend to leave the window closed now. We used to leave the window open and let the screen when we weren't here. But we found a red squirrel has decided if he can see that window open, he'll go right through the screen. So that's that portion. At the bottom, there's a plug that plugs in the electric blanket if it was that time of year, or the clock, that your chargers, that type of thing. We tend to unplug that when we leave. And in the spare bedroom, pretty simple. Here, you're turning on the light switch here. You got your bunks, you got your main bed or a double bed. Behind this curtain, which is the real reason I want to show you, is a fuse box. And in the fuse box, there is a fuse that shuts off all the power of the cottage. It's a hard off. And underneath the fuse, or in the fuse panel, there are fuses that if you need to replace, there are here. If you, the fuse that most likely goes off is that case of having the air conditioner and the toaster on at the same time. It's a reset fuse. It's that one there with a little button. So if you do blow the fuse, you can just literally push that button in and it will reset it. It saves you actually taking out a fuse and replacing it. I think that's it for the cottage tour.